Hey, what's up, Dynasty owners? It's your boy Jay Pounds here, and we got another week of the free agent auction targets for you. This is week 7. I'm not going to do Jay's weekly recap today. I apologize. The Dynasty owner site has been down the last day and a half, 2 days, something like that. And I was just unable to see the percentage these players were rostered, and it was a very tedious process going through players I felt like would be low enough owned to throw in this article, video, whatever you want to call it, and it just didn't go well for me. But I believe I got the best 5. If I did not, I apologize. I encourage everybody, go into your league, check your free agent auction pool, and make sure I did not miss somebody this week. If I did, I apologize. But I'm just trying to be upfront about it now. That way, you guys aren't chasing me with pitchforks and things like that whenever you see somebody good that I didn't mention. If you see somebody good that I didn't mention. Before we jump into these names here, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Please comment on the video. We don't get many comments on here for some reason, and it really helps out the channel. It helps get us to more eyes, and it'll help Dynasty Owner grow. And just the more Dynasty Owner grows, the more fun we're gonna have, guys. The more teams you can sell, the more orphan teams there will be, the more teams there are going to be to buy. It'll really help the store get going, and I really think that's going to be one of the better features with Dynasty Owner is being able to buy and sell your own team and putting your own price on your own team. That is a very, very neat feature, and I just think it's not talked about enough. It's still something new to the fantasy football community, but you can really, really make some good money off of that if you know how to build a team right. And I got a couple in the works. We'll see how it works out. But nonetheless, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Again, right before we do, just hit that like button, give it a little tickle real quick. All right, guys, our first free agent this week, we got Browns running back Dearness Johnson. 1 year, 585,000. He is 33.14% rostered. Dearness Johnson is somebody that came in against the Cowboys last year and looked very good. Um, there is a chance Nick Chubb plays. If he does, I'd imagine he's going to be on some type of pitch count. There's no way they're going to run him into the ground this early in the season with him being banged up and Kareem Hunt being out now on IR, looking like he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. They cannot afford Hunt or Chubb to get banged up with the way the Bengals and the Ravens have been playing. They need to stay in this AFC North race and weather the storm until their offense can get back to full strength. I really think Demetric Felton should probably be the lead back over Dearness Johnson, but I feel they're going to split carries pretty evenly. So if you're in need of a running back, which I know a lot of people are, this is not a bad place to look. After that, we got Kendrick Bourne. Whoops, sorry, I forgot. See, I almost did the same thing I did last week to you guys. We got Kendrick Bourne, wide receiver, New England Patriots, 3 years, $5 million a year, 36.09% rostered. Kendrick Bourne's quietly having a decent season. I feel like he's taken over that role they wanted Nelson Aguilar to play, and he's just kind of been a bust. Same with Jonnu Smith. It brings me to a Twitter thing. I seen Steve talking about how they signed Hunter Henry too, and it really confused me how they signed both of them. Obviously they got one right, so it was worth it apparently, but it confused me to sign. I know they like the 2 tight end sets and all that, but they just haven't utilized Jonnu, and Steve said it was because of the drops, and I believe that's what it was, the drops, but it's just, man, if you're paying him $12.5 million a year, get that man the ball and see what he can do. That way you know what you got, really. But Hunter Henry has looked excellent. Mac Jones has looked good. As long as Mac Jones keeps developing, I think the future's bright for the Van Tassel fans. The Van Tassel fans, the Patriots fans. I don't know why I just said the Van Tassel fans. Shout out to Steve. We love you, Steve. Steve's awesome, man. He helps out so much. It just a huge help. And then make sure you guys are checking out his articles and videos, and then Matt the Jerks as well. All right, guys, moving on. Number 3. And make sure you talk to both of them on Twitter. Both Matt the Jerk and Steve. They're good guys. They're friendly. They'll have good football conversations. They're both very knowledgeable. Number 3, we got O.J. Howard, tight end for Tampa Bay. I almost said Tampa Bay tight end, but trying to read here, Tight end Tampa Bay, 1 year, $6 million. We'll just call it a $6 million. I ain't trying to read them big numbers. 30.77% rostered. I'm so excited about this, guys. You probably don't hear in my voice because I'm tired, but OJ Howard, I have been a truther of this guy since he came out of Alabama. He just, man, he was the prototypical professional tight end, and he fit that bill. And I was so excited to see what he turned into after 3-4 years, and it just never happened. And now he finally gets a decent game with Tom Brady, and hopefully he's got some type of trust now built up to where Tom Brady will actually throw him the ball and give him a chance, especially while Gronk's out. I'm not too sure when he's coming back just yet, but I really want him to leave Tampa next year because I still believe he has a decent ceiling in this league. I just don't think he's been utilized right. And it shows when they do give him a chance. He had 6 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown against Philly on Thursday. And it's, just because he's good. He is a decent football player, and if you get him the ball, good things are going to happen. And I think he showed that throughout his career. It just seems like him and Ronald Jones get put in the doghouse for no reason with Bruce Arians, and I just don't fully understand it. After that, guys, we got Khalif Raymond, wide receiver, Detroit Lions, 1 year, $1.1 million, 49.11% rostered. Same thing as Kendrick Bourne, man. This guy's had 3 out of his last 4 weeks have been double-digit fantasy points. Granted, one game was right above 10 points, but still, it's double digits nonetheless. He's caught 6 passes in 2 games already, so Jared Goff seems to like him. The only real worry I have with this guy, sorry, my seat's messing up on me. The only real worry I have on this guy is when Tyrell Williams come back. Is it going to completely demolish his production? Is he only on the field because Tyrell Williams is out? Or is he going to still have somewhat of a role and he can play on your bench on bye weeks or in a pinch? It's just that you never know with dynasty owners. The starting lineup is so deep in dynasty owner, it is ridiculous at some of the players you are able to start and some of these players that you should have on your roster if you're contending. Now, I'm not recommending if you're rebuilding or something like that, don't go out and pick Khalif Raymond up because all it's going to do is cost you money to cut him or you're going to have to wait till the end of the year to drop him. But if you're contending, man, every point matters, especially on the bench. I see a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it as well. I overlook the bench sometimes, and you can't. If you want to win championships and compete for a chase for the ring and things like that, you got to have your bench. You got to have a solid bench. That's 25% of whatever they're putting up. That's another starting lineup. So it's 25, 30 points a week. You guys, your bench is getting you, and we need to take it a little more seriously is what I'm trying to say here. All right, guys, last but not least, we got Ross Dwelley, if I can click the button correctly. Tight end, San Francisco 49ers, 1 year, $1.6 million, 26% rostered. Ross Dwelley, it's blah, is basically how I want to describe it here. The tight end position has just been nothing in San Francisco this season, and it's weird because George Kittle played a few games, right? But they just haven't seemed to favor that position. It's been Deebo Samuel and nobody else, it seems like. But Ross Dwelley might have some type of connection with Trey Lance after working with the twos the whole time. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo likes Ross Dwelley from last year. You never know. But with bye weeks and things like that coming up, you can't. You need starting tight ends, and Ross Dwelley is a capable starting tight end. He's not somebody like Luke Farrell who's just going to sit and block and never catch a pass, or Jeff Swaim like Steve. He was my only under in Monday night's game last night, and I think he got it by 0.2 points. I think he went over. He caught one pass, and it's all he ever catches is one pass. But it just annoys me that Anthony Firkser got taken completely out of the picture for somebody that just can block. But Ross Dwelley's a little bit better than that. He'll definitely get you a few points here and there, and definitely somebody you can put in like I said, in a pinch or on bye weeks. That is all I got for this week, guys. That is your 5 free agents again. Please do your own checking this week. Don't just go off my word and pick these guys up. Make sure you're looking at your league specifically and making sure I didn't miss anybody. Like I said, the roster percentages were a little messed up, so I may have overlooked something. Again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please comment on the video. Hit any one of us writers up here on Twitter, me, Steve, Matt the Jerk. All of our Twitter links are always linked on our articles and our videos and all that good stuff. That is all I got for you guys this week. We will see you guys next week.